The UN ambassador said, in terms of consequences for Russian interference in the election, she said, don't think this is over. And she suggested consequences could come. But the president this morning is tweeting, and he said the following: now it is time to move forward in working constructively with the Russians. That seems to suggest no consequences.
Well, so far, the interesting aspect of this whole issue is we know that Russia tried to change the outcome of our election last November, and they did not succeed, but there was really sophisticated attempts to do so. So far, they have not paid a single price for that. We passed a very good bill through the Senate on sanctions, and we also have other proposals out there. But as far as a specific penalty for what they did, there has been no penalty. So if you were Vladimir Putin, who I've gotten to know over the years, you're sitting there and you got away with literally trying to change the outcome, not just of our election, French election, tried to overthrow the government of Montenegro, a beautiful little country, I recommend it. There's been no penalty whatsoever. Time to move forward. Yes, it's time to move forward, but there has to be a price to pay.
Why not? Why does there have to be a price?
Otherwise, he will be encouraged to do so again, obviously. I mean, does anyone doubt his intentions of undermining American supremacy, undermining democracy, the principles of freedom and all of the things that have epitomized Europe and the world since the end of World War II? For the last 70 years, we've had a new world order. And that is now under severe stress, not only in Europe, but all over the world.
He spoke about how, well, I mean, the problem with Putin is he's against American supremacy. Supremacy? He used that word. I didn't use that word. He used that word. American supremacy. So now he's just coming out and saying it. You know, this is really the neocon mantra. We believe in American supremacy. Think about that. I mean, there's a fundamental contradiction in this belief. Because when people say, well, come on, American values. I mean, we believe in freedom, democracy, human rights, and equality. But how do you say you believe in those things when you just said American supremacy? Supremacy means greater than, better than. So you're saying America is better than all you other measly countries in the world, but you just said you're supreme. You just said you have supremacy. So you can't have it both ways. Either you believe in equality or you believe in American supremacy. It's one or the other. It can't be both. It is a fundamental contradiction. It cannot be both. You have to pick one. But John McCain really does have an answer to that. He believes in American supremacy. And again, hilarious. Russia interfering in elections. You have no idea. He even mentioned post-World War II, there's been a new world order, meaning the U.S. has controlled everything. John, how many countries has the U.S. gotten involved in elections over those years? How many governments have we toppled with military juntas? Look at Iran in 1953. We toppled their democratically elected government because Mohammad Mossadegh, the leader in Iran, wanted to stop having the West jack their oil. He wanted the oil profits to go to the people of Iran. So we had to militarily topple him. The CIA toppled him. Weird. He's praising the world system post-World War II, where the U.S. is the sole superpower, while he's also denouncing Russian election interference. So that means you're okay with U.S. election interference because you were just praising the system post-World War II, but you're not okay with alleged Russian interference, even when the alleged Russian interference is with information, and ours is with guns, and with a military, and with the CIA. We've toppled so many governments post-World War II. The opposite of democracy, the opposite of freedom. We prop up Saudi Arabia. You're going to pretend we believe in human rights?